What a ride, huh, guys? Jeez. These last couple days, Thursday and Friday, hey, if there's ever a time for retirement vodka, drink it if you got it. Honey, you want some? She's not talking to me because I lost money. Whatever. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this video, first of all, I posted a video yesterday about what are people doing? What are you doing after losing all that money Thursday and Friday? In that, I mentioned the first time I went through this, back when I retired after 2021. It's called sequence of returns risk. After 6 months, I was down $60,000. After a year and a half, I was down $110,000. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact numbers and when I came back to even, how long it took me to get back. Also, in a couple minutes, I'll show you exactly how much money I lost in the market Thursday and Friday. So I had a lot of viewers reach out. How'd you do? How'd you do? So I figured I'd make this special emergency portfolio update video. Guys, these things happen. And for those of you, and I've had a couple comments from people who recently retired, hang in there, man. The first time I went through this, I'll show you the numbers in a second. I was panicking big time because I was down so much and I had just retired. That is sequence of returns risk. Calm down, take a deep breath, take your retirement vodka if you want. It'll get better, okay? So here you go, here are the numbers. Now there's gonna be a lot of numbers on here, okay? A little bit more complicated than my usual portfolio. But this is gonna show you exactly what happened to me when I went through this 2-3 years ago and how long it took me to come back from that. And then again, I'll give you my losses toward the end of the video. So here we are. I retired back in 8/21. For those of you who see me for the first time, I give these monthly updates every month, but this is an emergency because of the tanked, dare I say tanked, 2 days we had. So I retired in 8/21. At that time, I was about 65-35 stocks to bonds, okay? What I just found out recently, getting my latest numbers from this weekend, I'm down to 55-45 stocks to bonds now. I thought I was around 56-57. I'm down. That's good. I'm a little lower than I thought I was. So when I retired back here, I had 548,000 total, combining 401k, IRA, cash. Back then, this IRA was a 401k, which I turned into an IRA, okay? So in those first 6 months, here is 6 months after I retired, which would be, I know the writing's a little small. Hopefully that'll make it better. February 2022, I was down to 301. I was down to 130. I was down to 65 in cash. So what I said in the video I posted yesterday, I was down $60,000 in 6 months. I was close, $52,000. Okay, here's one thing I got to point out though. When I say these numbers that I'm down, that is including the cash that I had and I was using at that time, okay? So when you look at investments, the number I was down, it was a little bit smaller than that, all right? Just to clarify. Now, if you go a year into it from when I retired, I was down to $277,000 in this 401k that was 323 when I started. I was down to 120 in what was a 401k, now is an IRA. My cash was down 15. So I was down to 457,000 total in 1 year. Then when I retired with $548,000, can you say my panties were in a bunch? Yeah, honey, can I say that? You know, I don't care. You don't like me anymore because I'm losing money. I can say whatever I want. Yeah, my panties were in a bunch. I was panicking. Now, let's jump ahead to January of 2023. This, as you can see, was my low point. This was rock bottom for me when I was going through sequence of returns risk. I was down 17% from when I retired, okay, in a year and a half. I was down 23% in this IRA from when I retired, all right, cash. So, as I said in the video I posted yesterday, I was down $110,000 in about a year and a half. And again, if you take cash out of that, what is it, 22? Let's say I was down 90,000, a little less than 90,000 in my investments in a year and a half. Okay? Yes, I was panicking. Yes. But one thing you learn, guys, when you go through this once, it gets much easier the second time. What we are going through now for a lot of you, and I've had the responses in my comments, people that just retired, you are in sequence of returns. That is a fact. Take it from me. It will get better. When did I get back to even? Here, I'll show you right now. So this would have been, it took a while, guys. It took a while. Again, should we be playing her music in these little pauses, these pregnant pauses? Did I say pregnant? Whew. Okay, we're good on that stat. So here are the numbers. When I got back to even after going through sequence of returns risk, boom. July of 2024, it took me back to where I was when I was retired. Okay, so what is that? Year and a half. I can't even add. Senility is kicking my butt. It's almost 3 years. Okay, it took almost 3 years. Is that right? 821, 724. Yeah, it took almost 3 years for me to get back to where I was. Okay, you see the IRA close. Now, the month before this, I was actually close on the IRA and not on this, but since this is the larger part of my portfolio, I chose this month. This was the low. That was 724. It took a year and a half to go from the low back to where I was when I retired. Okay? Now you see the huge percentages that I was down. Guys, I don't know about you, but I am not down those huge percentages now. Okay? I'm not saying to you, it's going to take you a year and a half to get back after these last 2 days. Yes, they were big drops. Yes, they were. Okay? But it's nothing close to what we went through back in 2023. Okay? And let's cross our fingers that it's not going to even be anywhere near close to that. All right? So that is how long it took me to get back to even, or close to even, if you take out the cash component of it. All right? So let's jump forward to February of 2025. As you can see here, I was up 6% in February in that 401k from when I retired. I was a happy camper then. So was my honey. She was still talking to me then. In my IRA, February of this year, I was up 4% from when I retired. Yeah, I was happy. Cash. So the 530 compared to the 548, I'm not quite back up to there yet because of that cash component, as you see the difference between that and that. All right. Last month, March, and I did this update on April 1st of this year. I was at 335. I had went down some. I was up 4% from when I retired. In the IRA, I had also gone down some. I was up 1% from when I retired, okay, for a grand total of 519. So between February and March, I went down overall 11K. So the moment you've all been waiting for, how much did I lose on Thursday and Friday? So this will be as of end of day Friday. There's one. There's the next one. And I'm getting shaky writing as I'm doing this. You know what? I need to be more fortified. Man, if you guys have an old keg of beer, send it up. Send it to me. I'll take it. Here's my cash, which hasn't changed since then. Here's my grand total. Boom. As of end of day Friday. Again, this was my numbers as of 4/1. This is as of 4/5. I am at 322 in this 401k, which is pretty much even to when I retired at end of day Friday. I'm okay with that. Is it down from here? Oh yeah, it's down. Okay. Here's my IRA, 144,000 now. Here's where it was on April 1st. I'm down 4% from when I retired. Sorry guys, not doing a very good job showing you the whiteboard this time. A lot of info, 4% on the IRA. Cash, 32. Okay, it's the same as it was on April 1st. Haven't taken anything out. So my grand total of 498,000 now. I'm 50,000 down from when I retired overall, taking cash and everything into account. My investments now, as of end of day Friday, I'm even from when I retired. For me, that's okay. You know why? Because I haven't taken any cash out of my investments since 2022. I've been living off my YouTube and my cash, all right? So if I am still even where I was almost, let's say 3.5 years ago, I'm okay with that, guys. In retirement, it's about maintaining what you have in your portfolio. As long as I'm going up a little bit or I am even overall, I'm okay with that. Now, this one, I'm a little bit down, okay? That's all right. To be honest with you, these numbers, which I didn't pull up until this morning, because now I'm just basically looking at it once a month, my investments, but this was an outstanding thing. And I had people asking me, how did you do? To be honest, I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to because I'm okay. I've got peace of mind with how I'm invested, right? To me, that's not that bad. Now, guys, going back to the video I posted yesterday about peace of mind. If you are confident in your allocations, your retirement plan, stick to it. Stick to it. One more for you though. This cash component here, okay? I've got 32,000 right now. If we are going to be into an extended bad market and my cash is dwindling, because as I told you in my last update, my YouTube proceeds haven't been quite as good as they were, let's say this time last year. If that cash continues to dwindle down, that's when I have to make a decision. And if we're still in a bad market, do I want to pull money out of my portfolio to replenish that cash reserve? I don't think so. So my plan as of last week was to take Social Security at 65, push it out to 65. If that cash has gone down significantly and we are still in a bad market, I might take Social Security at the end of this year. Yeah, that's a big change for me. I'm not going to decide it until, this is going to be an ongoing decision throughout the whole year. But that may be my decision. So instead of pulling money from my accounts in a bad market, which that cements your losses right there, right? I might decide to take Social Security. So guys, bottom line, hang in there, stick to your guns, stay the course. It's all about peace of mind. And as always, from my lovely honey, my lovely, very quiet honey, we got this.